What is up, everybody? It's April 27th, about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's a Friday. The sun is out. I thought I would get behind the camera and talk a little bit here. It's been a while since I've really did any type of video or vlog, I should say, and I just thought I would kill a little time. Just got done mowing my lawn not too long ago, so I thought, I'm actually not thought. I am pretty tired. I think the sun might have gotten to me. I was actually falling asleep doing some emails. So, what better way to stay awake than to get behind the camera and talk? So, let me go ahead and I'll just talk about my personal training first. As of late, let's see. I've had a low back strain, so that kind of put me back a little bit. And then after that, I started getting back into the groove. My lift started to go back up, and then I ended up getting sick. Had a pretty bad cold. I didn't train for 12 days, sick as a dog, and when I came back to training last week, strength wasn't that great, and but it was just nice to get back into the gym, so that was a plus. And then this week, so far I've gotten two workouts in, and strength is starting to go up. So I'm hoping the next week or two I'll be back to normal as far as strength levels. As far as training, I've really cut off a lot of my exercises. I'm still following 5-3-1 to a certain degree. I've really modified it a lot. Some of the volume work for the squats and the deadlifts, I pretty much eliminated that. And I've kept the volume work in for the upper body exercises as far as the bench press and the overhead press. But my workouts right now are looking like one workout is overhead press with tricep press downs. Next workout is deadlifts with standing calf press. My third workout is bench press and bent row and curls, barbell curls, and then my last workout is squats and leg curls. So right now I'm only running about 9 or 10 exercises total. I'm keeping things really basic, and I decided just to cut off a lot of my accessory movements and stick to the basics and just pound those, get efficient with the lifts, and really concentrate on those lifts. And so far I'm really enjoying that. It's real simple, basic. I am a simple person. I love simplicity. I love to keep things basic, and I just think those movements target every muscle group, so I'm not lacking as far as variety. And if I could just keep working those lifts and improving them and getting stronger, I don't see any reason to add any exercises in, unless I get injured or some of the movements begin to hurt me. Then obviously I would make a change. But for now, I'm going to keep rolling with that. And let's see, highlights this week. Overhead press, I was able to do 185 for 7, and I do believe that's a personal PR with reps with that weight, so that was nice. Today is supposed to be deadlifts, and last week I did 415 for 3 sets of 3, and that felt super heavy. Like I said, coming off being sick, that just felt like a ton of bricks. So today I'll probably up that to maybe 425, maybe do 3 sets of 3 again, and then I'll just slowly work my way up, get my strength up, and then go from there. So like I said, the 5-3-1, I'm not really following too much the way the reps, the way the sets are kind of followed. I'm just following strictly just one main lift per workout with an accessory movement. So that's the structure I like about it. As far as the reps, sets, I found that in the beginning of the program it was great. It worked really well, but recovery started to become an issue for me, and I've had to really adjust the sets and the reps and the accessory work. And so it's working for me now. So I just, like I said, over the years I've learned to really know how to adapt my training to fit me, my recovery, energy levels, all that good stuff. So I mean, if you're a beginner or you're intermediate, or you don't really have a good feel as far as how your own energy levels are, how your recovery is, then yeah, definitely want to stick to something that's structured and written on paper. But if over the years you'll tend to learn your body, and you'll be able to make your own judgment calls as far as volume and all that good stuff with your training. But anyway, so that's personally how my training's running. Body weight, right around 195. It'll fluctuate. I'll go anywhere from 193 up to 200. I touched 200 once or twice, and that was just from eating, a good meal or something. Like we had Indian food at the powerlifting meet, and I pretty much pounded some food down. Woke up the next morning, I was pretty bloated. So that usually dissipates. A day or two later, I'm back down to 195. So it's just fluctuating. Macros don't really have a set macro schedule as far as a certain number, but I have a range. Fats could be anywhere from 60 to 80 per day. My carbs right now between 400 to 500, and protein's right around 200, give or take 25. Mostly it's 200 to 225. Every now and then I get under 200, but not too often. So I have a range, and I plan on just sitting at this body weight for a while. It's into April now, so I might be looking to start dieting for 2013 right around November. Not actually full dieting, but I will start kind of trimming things up and maybe just lose a few pounds. Right around in November, I'll get my body weight under 190, and then I'm thinking December I'll probably be in a full-fledged diet. But it's kind of early to say. It's only, like I said, into April, so life does throw curveballs at you from time to time, and things change. So, I might be talking about this now, but, in November, things can change, and who knows? I could be doing something totally different and not compete 2013. But right now, the plan is for 2013, looking to do probably the Pro USA in Sacramento, and then if I happen to do well there and qualify for the Orton Cup, I'll go back to the Orton Cup. But as far as other shows, I would probably do some of the local NPC shows here, like I did this last season, just because family and friends will be able to go check me out there. So that's the plan. Have some fun. And since I'm on the topic of bodybuilding shows, I wanted to actually talk about a little bit about actually getting in front of a judging panel. I know in my early years of competing, I really took it to heart as far as what placements I got. And if I felt like I didn't place where I should, it really killed the way I looked at it. Just pretty much just smashed all the hard work I did, because I was just so upset and frustrated with placings and what the judges thought of me as far as where I placed. I kind of took it personal. So there was on one occasion where I felt like I got screwed, and I ended up coming in second place by 1 point. I actually had like 4 first place votes, a couple seconds, and I had 2 judges give me 5th place, and I lost by a single point. So that pretty much upset me, and I got depressed, and it kind of took away. I didn't really look back on what I did achieve. I mean, at that show, up until that point, it was the best I've ever competed at. So I really didn't appreciate the hard work I put into it. I kind of just totally forgot all about that, and it was just all about where I placed. So getting in front of a judging panel can be brutal. You're pretty much going in front of 7 to 9 strangers, and they're pretty much just placing you. I mean, that's their job. Their job is to put you in the order they think you should be in. And a lot of times, well, now just from those experiences now, I don't really put a lot of stock into what I get as placements, and I make it a habit not to really go up to any judges and ask their opinion. And it's not that I don't think they're knowledgeable or value their opinion. I just don't feel like I need that validation from them to validate all the hard work that it took me to get to that point. So I'm pretty much, when I'm up on stage, it's mainly just to present what I just went through. As far as like last season was 47 weeks in total of hard ass work. So that culminated at the Orton Cup. So I mean, right there, I got to the Orton Cup. That was one of the toughest natural bodybuilding shows on the planet. So for me to have a judging panel say either I was first or last, it wouldn't have mattered simply because I'm on the best stage there is. So I mean, it can't get any better than that. And I don't want to mention names, but there was one guy got in the top 5, and he was pretty disappointed. I congratulated him after, backstage after the finals, and he was just, he said thank you, but he was just really depressed and down. And to me, I was kind of bewildered by that, because I'm thinking, you just made it top 5, the hardest show on the planet, and he was depressed, not happy about it. And I took 7th, and I was ecstatic. I was happy. So it's just amazing that a placement or a panel of judges can really dictate your enjoyment of the sport. So I try not to let that the judging panel dictate the way I perceive what success is. So what success is for me is I just busted my ass for 47 weeks. I was at my all-time best shape, not at the Orton Cup, but the show previously and the 2 shows prior to that, I was at my best. So the 4 shows I did, I had a great year. It was my best contest season ever. And whether I would have placed first, last at any of those shows, that would not change how I prepared, what I looked like, and how much fun I had, and who I shared, those 47 weeks with. Friends, family. I mean, there was just so much fun. So, yeah, I try not to let 7 people, whether it's 7 judges, 9 judges, 5 judges, dictate how, my success. That's up to me. So, if you're a first timer and you're competing, keep that in mind, that placements, yeah, it's cool to win, but it's not the only thing. Learn to enjoy the journey each and every day you're training. At the end of the day, pat yourself on the back and say, nice job. You're in the gym busting your ass. You did your cardio, you dieted. Take the time to, of course, you want to get better, and you're always striving to be better, but take a little bit of time at the end of the day and say, you know what, nice work. And when you get up the next day, same thing. Bust your ass. At the end of the day, say, great job. And I think you'll enjoy the sport a little bit better than constantly looking to get better and looking for ways to get better. You definitely want to do that because you are trying to improve, but don't let it stress yourself out to where you're thinking you're never ever good enough, because every day is one step closer to being better. That's how I look at it now. And even at the age of 40, going on 41 here in about another month and a half, 2 months, I'm getting better, and I'm enjoying the sport, taking one day at a time and enjoying my workouts. So, but anyway, that's enough rambling for one day. Hopefully this helps. If it helps at least one person, I'm happy. If it's I'm sure I've probably talked about this subject before, but I thought I wanted to touch on it one more time, and hopefully one person out there gets something out of it. So, but anyway, until my next vlog, I am out.